if you want me to. Hello, everybody. My name is Devine Mafa. I am meeting my longtime friend, Munyaradzi Mateko. He is in Dubai, executive for Oracle Technologies and former executive for United Merchant Bank, the very first bank in Zimbabwe. That's the very first financial institution in Zimbabwe. He was the chief executive there. And Amit Saibang, he's the head of Blockchain Hub International in India. And he's also one of the leading blockchain technologists. Included with his team, they run the cybersecurity infrastructure for the whole India. So we have the greatest team for what we are intending to do here. Munyaradzi, you can also introduce yourself and say hello to Saibang. We are going to have one more individual coming in. He's a bank executive here in the United States. He worked for Citibank. He's a former graduate of Cambridge and Oxford and currently retired, but he's very much good in going to give us technical advice and expertise in understanding and applying CDs and mutual funds and carrying that technology into the blockchain technology.
Great. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Mateko, right? Your name is Mateko, right?
No, call me Munya. My name is such a tongue twister. The full name is Munyaradzi.
Okay, Munya, yes.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Malkeet Singh. Actually, I'm the founder of the Saibang and co-founder of Blockchain Hub. And Mr. Inderjeet, Colonel Mr. Inderjeet is the founder of Blockchain Hub and co-founder of Saibang Softronics Private Limited. We are running this company from a long time, and we just developed so many projects in the Web3 and simple custom softwares like iCloud TMS for the USA, OmniTracker for the Canada, and Dubai. We just developed some softwares for Dubai, and we have developed so many softwares for Army also, Army of the India actually, for the cybersecurity. That's called threat intelligence in the cybersecurity. We are leading company in India, and we are the top blockchain developers in India, and we renowned company in India. Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes.
No, good to know that. Yeah, like Devine said, I'm his longtime friend. I think we last spoke some time ago. I hear him mention Oracle. Yes, I was with Oracle, but now I run my own company. Okay. Incidentally, we actually partner an Indian company called Infosys. I'm an ex-banker, and so at the moment I run a small company called Finsys, and our focus is software solutions for the banking sector. So we provide end-to-end solutions for banks, from core banking systems right through to delivery channels, you know, like your mobile banking and so on and so forth.
Great.
Yeah, so look, blockchain and the rest of what my friend Devine is trying to do is something new, but I was following closely what he was doing, so I'm your guest. I'm here to learn.
We all together actually
here my 2 cents contribution to whatever debate you guys will be having. But yeah, good to meet you. Your name again? You said.
My name is Malkeet Singh Saibang. Actually, Saibang is my company name. Yes.
Oh, great. No, good to meet you, man. I think from a software development perspective, we may carry this conversation forward later on. Not only here, but I see synergies between our two organizations. So it's a pleasure to meet you.
Great. Thank you. Same here. Sir.
Yeah.
Same here.
Devine, thanks a lot for inviting me. I'm really looking forward to this discussion.
Right.
Actually, we were discussing on the Web3 projects, like Devine have a great ideas, lot of ideas actually. And the best idea was Face Geo. That was copied by someone in the USA right now. Devine, could you explain the things? which they just that meta face, like.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. They just copied his idea because he's very clean-hearted man and always shares his ideas to all over the world. Like, but not aware about the technology. Sometimes the people just listening his ideas and just developing the projects and making some money, right? But we are on the same page right now, and we are trying to develop actually a great team with you kind of the guys, right?
Yeah.
And, yes, we will start working after 15th December, Tuesday or Wednesday. And Divine was saying we have to first start on the Face Geo or one another project we have. We did not disclose that project actually right now. Divine,
Yeah.
if will allow me, then we can.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Yes,
Just
yes,
share with him. He's
yes,
a
yes.
trusted friend and
Okay,
a professional man.
great, great, great. And another project is we were discussing with the Divine, that is called NFT. We are going to
Yeah.
develop actually MaxD project that's called MaxD, and we just write on white paper. We have all the project reports on that project, and we just make all the paperwork for that. But we are just waiting for the funds actually right now, because that project is very big and very expensive for right now, because that would be the first project in this world. Never made that kind of the project before this. That's why I'm saying Mafa have a great ideas, great tons of ideas with the unique technology. Each and everything is very unique, which comes from Divine's mind, brain.
He has always been very creative,
Very,
even from
yeah,
school.
very genius, genius man.
Yeah.
And, only we are lagging due to the funds. We were thinking to raise our funds on some open source platforms like other platforms, but we cannot disclose our ideas because the ideas were very unique, right? We want
Yes.
to make rich to our own community, own friends like you, Divine, and Handy, and other friends. That's why we don't want to raise funds with another communities, like community
Yes.
platforms. That's why.
Yeah.
Divine,
But
could you
initially, the sort of projects that you want to embark on, what sort of funding levels are you talking about?
Divine, go ahead.
According to building a blockchain would require a team, and I think we're looking at $50 an hour and probably a team of 60 people if we are trying to do it quickly, but then it would require a small team to maintain the software and remove the bugs and make sure it operates properly. But the easier protocol to be able to launch a digital asset would still have integrity enough to make sure that it will be hacker free, because one of the things that we're going to have is possibilities of hacking, but we're dealing with guys who are in cybersecurity, so they are quite way ahead of their time in terms of.
Oh, yes.
In
fact, as far as development is concerned, we are in safe hands, right, with Cyber. Because they are in the business, right?
Yes. So they know the tricks on how people would hack and prevent that, so they are the ones who are creating the protocols of the
platform.
As far as okay, hold on, excuse me, Mr. Chatonda.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. So, okay, go ahead and I'm inviting Mr. Chatonda. Go ahead and request, and Mr. Saibang will allow you to come in. There's a gentleman coming in now. Dr. Chatonda is on the way. If you can allow him to come in.
Sure, I will allow once they will come into the meeting. You have your own companies, Munia sir?
Yes. I worked at Oracle running the Southern Africa balance sheet for the past 3 years. But after that, I left them. I think it was when COVID started. That's when I left.
All right,
Oracle. That was
Mr.
August
Chatonda is
2020.
here.
Yeah. So since then, I have my own company here in UAE. We have an office in Zimbabwe, another one in Angola, and another one in South Africa.
Great.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Chatonda. Dr. Chatonda is a former bank executive here in the United States. He has great credentials all the way from Cambridge. Retired now, but you bring us a lot of perspectives in making sure that we are going to have the right direction and not get lost in the maze and be able to crystallize our ideas. And also got very good connections that if we have a reasonable sound idea, we'll be able to bail us out financially as well.
Great.
Are you
signing? Chatonda, meet Saibang, and Mr. Munyaradz Mateko is a former executive for United Merchant Bank, the very first bank in Zimbabwe, after Zimbabwe attained its independence. If you remember Roger Boka, that his bank that he used to work for, he was very instrumental in building that bank and establishing the tobacco floors. I mean, you talk about the whole 9 yards, you could think it all. This guy was the front man. Saibang runs the top company in India that is responsible for cybersecurity in India. And he has a team of blockchain app, but I'll let them introduce themselves to you quickly, and then we can continue to the conversation.
Hi, Chatonda sir, how are you? My name is Malkeet Singh Saibang. I am the co-founder of Blockchain Hub and founder of Saibang Softtronics Private Limited in India. And we have developed so many projects on the Web3, and we developed the simple custom softwares for USA, Canada, Dubai, and actually I'm getting noise.
Right, let's say we can mute Mr. Chatonda so that your voice comes out.
Okay, where do I mute myself?
There is a button on the left side of the Zoom. When you're ready to talk, you can unmute, or you can mute the TV.
Yeah.
And then your place can just be silent, and then you'll be okay.
Okay, I'm fine.
Thank you.
Because I'm on the phone now, so I can't see too many buttons. So the TV is gone.
Okay. Actually, we are just discussing with Devine and another sir. We were, I think, Munia sir, we were thinking to develop. We have a draft. We just draft up a proper document for the project, like Face Geo, and another project based on the NFT that's called MXD. And we were discussing that kind of the concepts with Devine and Munia sir and with you, because we were only lagging due to the some kind of the funds actually, right? Devine, could you explain more things? You're mute. Devine, you're mute.
I think it's gone on mute.
Okay.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry, I had no communication from you guys. Can you repeat where we are?
I was saying, please just explain each and everything for Munia sir and Chatonda sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Chatonda wanted him to give us help and perspective on pointing directly where we could go, and in terms of making sure that what we are presenting becomes palatable to the people that could help us with funding, and so that we are more crystallized in make sure that we don't beat around the bush and we focus and make sure that this becomes a presentable program. And that's why he's here. And basically, I wanted him to, to get the perspective and also Mr. Mateko, so that he also brings that expertise, because these gentlemen are in the banking sector. And whilst we're introducing blockchain and talking about CD funds and mutual funds, there is no one else who can actually understand that better than us. And I want to dream about the idea, but implementing it in the blockchain also is something that is obviously exciting to them, because they see the possibility where you don't have a bank teller in front of you, you have a code and you are programming things and they are just happening on their own. And people are able to function that way with the automated deposit and automated withdrawals, as per making each person becomes individual bankers. So that is obviously very exciting to them. Whether we can pull it off is the question, that where you are going to guarantee us that that is possible, and it's easy to code that and give that type of security. And what is it that I am dreaming of? As I said earlier, I dream to replace Bitcoin. You never fight something that is existing. You can't change reality by fighting it, but you can always establish a replacement model. Bitcoin, to me, is inefficient. It is owned by 2,000 people owning 60% of the wallets. So we don't even know who those wallet belongs to. It could be one person. As we were talking yesterday, we stated that Bitcoin is very much at risk of even going to zero. If there is an economic crisis, people will sell it. It's different from somebody holding a pot of gold. If they say, this is my gold, or somebody depositing money every month in a mutual fund account, they usually feel secure because there are other people who have made those deposits. There could be big companies, there could be other organizations that are depositing those funds into the mutual fund. Now, any other investment that come on top, people are more secure. Unlike in Bitcoin, it almost runs like a Ponzi scheme. And because the technology is now available, I think that we need to find a way to catapult the Africans and the people from the poor nations and third world countries to start having a reserve account in our blockchain platform. What is blockchain? Blockchain is obviously an infrastructure that is like a road that is built from Cape to Cairo, and everybody can travel on it and create financial instruments. And that is where the money is made. The railroad that would move money, even for money transfers and the remittances across cross-border transfers, all that will be facilitated in that particular blockchain. And that is why I think this will be the biggest project of our time. India is developed, is the most advanced and the most biggest democratic institution in the world, but it also has a lot of poverty, a lot of poor people. Just like in Africa, we have a lot in common, but it also has a lot of very, very rich people. But then you look at India, it's got 1.6 billion people. And I think that is a lot of power that we can use if we can educate our people to join this platform and come along on the ride and be early investors in this project. Because now you can't tell somebody invest in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now 60,000. It seems intimidating unless you have $60,000 to just buy one Bitcoin. But when was the best time to buy Bitcoin? When Satoshi created all the Bitcoin, when he had 100% of the Bitcoin. When was the best time to buy Facebook? When Facebook was first launched by Zuckerberg, before he distributed the shares. When was the best time to buy Tesla? When Elon Musk created Tesla, before he started trading it. Now, you are not an insider, but we are going to give our people an opportunity to be insiders and be able to buy our assets early on and stake their money for the long haul. Because if you look at how banks operate, people deposit their money. At any point, they can go and get it from the savings account. There are what I call financial reserves in the banking institution that then the government says, okay, you got this money that you are keeping. We'll let you borrow this money based on what you have deposited in your account. We are going to use the same model where we are saying people must lock their money for a specific amount of time according to what they choose, from 1 day to 5,000 days. 5,555 days. You can choose 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, or 2 years or 3 years or 15 years. I suggest that we would be able to recruit even vendors who would put $2 every week, locking it for 15 years. And where we have seen people in this new technology are able to turn $1 to $1 million. We would like to create that opportunity for the rest of Africa so that they don't feel left out by this technology. They already suffer digital divide where internet is not even available in Africa. But we are proud and beating ourselves that we have created these digital assets where people are supposed to buy it on the internet when Africa doesn't have the internet. So Saibang here will be able to create a layer 3, which allows people to buy these assets without the use of internet and still be able to buy our assets without the layer of internet. Right now, you can ask many people buy Bitcoin. They don't even know where to go. But with what Saibang has, he can be able to facilitate people to buy Bitcoin at any point, at any time, even without the presence of the internet, using what is called layer 3. These are technological advancements that are there that will liberate our people and the rest of the world to feel financially secure. And I think that if we solve this problem, then money and wealth will come to us. I see that if we push this, we will be the richest, the next richest people of the world, and also we will have solved a problem that many people want, retirement. Most people can't guarantee, even if you work for Tesla right now, you're not guaranteed that you retire a rich person. You probably still struggle even after working for 15 years or 20 years for Tesla. That will be a different cost meal with this, because if we stabilize the base and allow people to save and deposit with us and invest with us over time, they don't need any assistance from anyone. But not only that, Saibang will be able to implement a code in the structure so that governments don't feel shied out of Bitcoin. Because one of the reasons why governments don't like Bitcoin is we're taking the money that they are printing and we are locking it away into Bitcoin, and then nobody's getting anything except the people at the top. And they are not even paying taxes. They are hiding it and doing everything to move the money around. And Saibang is already working with the government institutions. So what we are creating is a semi-private and enterprise blockchain that will serve the developing countries and give them an opportunity to buy these assets without being hoodwinked or into what I call the Bitcoin scam. Yes, I like Bitcoin. As I stated earlier, I also am one of the people who suggested the idea in 2007 about creating cryptocurrencies and digital assets way before Bitcoin was even created. And that's why I feel that the forefront of this movement should be including me as well, and Munyaradzi, and Mateko, and you guys, and Dr. Gono, because he presided in Zimbabwe as one of the most difficult eras, where he printed so much money that Zimbabwe became a laughingstock, even though he saved a lot of people in terms of keeping them away from hunger, making sure that no matter what marketing technologies were being dissuaded and our advancements were being dissuaded by the West in Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe kept moving forward, trying to help each other to make sure that we survive. That is my small introduction to this mission. We have one individual who's not there, the colonel himself. I didn't want to call him on a last minute. I just thought I wanted to introduce Saibang because Mr. Chatonda here wanted to actually meet you and make sure that you exist. Because last time we had a conversation, they were just seeing pictures. They says, I want to see these guys. I want to ask them questions so that I know how I can help. And Munyaradzi is the same thing. He says, I like what you guys are doing. I would like to meet these guys because it's exciting, because I'm a former banker and I understand this and I see where this is going. I really like it. Let me hear some more.
Yeah, thanks, Devine, for that introduction. Yeah, and Dr. Chatonda, it's good to meet you. Like Devine, I come from Zimbabwe, but I'm at the moment based in the United Arab Emirates, Dubai specifically. I run a small software company which has got branches in 3 African countries, but the head office is here in UAE. Like Devine said, I'm an ex-banker. I got so excited when I played through Devine's first presentation to the team. So yeah, I'm here to learn and possibly contribute to the discussion as well.
And give us some money and find us some money from Larry Ellison. Call that guy. We need that money.
Yes, obviously, you know, such projects will depend on how well they are funded initially. So yes, we need to look at the project and you know, contribute maybe personally and also with ideas on how it can be funded. So yeah, I'm quite willing to do that as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let me, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, you're crystal clear.
Yeah.
Well, let me set the record straight on my part. I talk to Devine a lot, and I know he is a creative mind. I'm a lazy thinker, so I'm like, okay, some of this stuff sounds interesting, but just to level set my point of being here today, I would say two reasons. One, I wanted to see exactly the scope and the skeleton of this idea and where it's going. I'm a technologist, but basically I'm a businessman. So I get really worried when I hear sentences like we are here to fight Bitcoin or to do what Bitcoin is not doing, or we have been we've been isolated from the world economy. We want to create our own. I'm not sure whether, yeah, I understand where Devine is coming from, but, you know, until I hear that this is a bona fide business project that does not fight Bitcoin, but competes with Bitcoin so well that one time it might overtake it. But the point is, you cannot build a business model based on fighting somebody else's product. You can be competitive. Now, the other thing is there's no such thing as political motivation for business incentives. You have to draw the business drivers. What do you see as the revenue and the driving force behind your project? And that would excite me more. So I'm sure there are enough brains here for you guys to take Devine Mafa's ambitious idea and transform it into a viable project that you can then shop around to angel investors and make a real product. But I don't think constructed under emotional reasoning is going to excite anybody. And I like Devine Mafa, I like his ideas. He overthinks me, that's why I don't understand. I just want to see a very simple business idea and business project. Hey, we are selling eggs. This is where we are going to sell them. This is the market. And the developers, also I wanted to hear how feasible is it to do this without thinking of the competitive edge, but just to be competitive and to be viable and to be, when they say cryptocurrency is not controlled or is not centralized, they don't mean it's a haphazard. You know, that's it's there's some responsibility behind it. There's some sense in the madness. So I came to see if we can put some sense in the madness of this project. So that's what I'm here for today.
Yeah, I understand. Devine, actually, as Chaton, actually, I'm just trying to say
Chatonda, like Honda.
yeah.
Chatonda.
Chatonda. Very clear about the business model, right? Then we can start with the MaxD. MaxD is very clear in our paperwork, and each and everything is clear in MaxD. Could you explain each and everything from the MaxD? Because from the MaxD, Chatonda can get idea how much revenue we can generate and how we can execute our ideas, how we will make our project, because everything has been drafted by Colonel and me on the papers, and we just transferred to you during our last meeting, right? Devine, can you hear me?
Right, on the MaxD, I am the registered Chief Technology Officer for MaxD. I worked for them for 6 months, never got a single pay, dedicated hours and hours of time creating this portfolio and putting it together. MaxD owns a proprietary software that allows sound to be amplified and boosted in a way that you can feel it to your bone. And using that technology on its own has never been successful for MaxD. They have never been able to commercialize it. And so I ended up suggesting to put it on the blockchain and create what is called a non-fungible token. What is a non-fungible token? It's a unique digital presentation of anything on the internet. And it comes with all the information, the agreed concepts, whether it's a contract of who created it and who gets paid what, and when and how, and if it's sold, it continues to be paid. For example, we were looking at creating a digital music app that we would feature one celebrity, for example, Janet Jackson. And she would give us 11 songs, and all those 11 songs would have 11,000 copies. And they will be serially numbered for each song. And those songs would be sold directly to the fans of Janet Jackson. And once they buy that song, it belongs to them. But in that code, it would say there are royalties that will continue to be paid if that song is sold again to another person. That means that the song becomes a unique item, which is almost like a baseball card. It becomes rare because it's only held by a few people, maybe just those 10,000 people. They would have downloaded that song, and only 10,000 people in the world. So if you want to hear that song, you have to buy that song from another person on the open market. And the MaxD software app would have allowed people to buy the song and sell it to each other and continue to generate royalties, which means that the seller or the buyer of the music also becomes an agent who is selling the music for the star or for Janet Jackson. And so for that reason, the song becomes a non-fungible token. It almost becomes like a currency, like Bitcoin itself. It is now almost tradable, even in any part of the internet. And that empowers the artist to sell directly, and it empowers the buyer to also directly to another seller, and the seller, and it goes on and on. And that is the key to this method. It destroys the record label instantly. Not that we're trying to destroy the record label. It's just a better format of not cheating people out of their money. They don't have to wait next week. Once the sale is done right there, the money is executed to all the people who have their wallets listed already, because once you code the language, the wallet is already imparted there. Janet Jackson wallet is there. The last buyer's wallet is there. The last seller's wallet is there. All the transactions can be tracked because they are all on the blockchain. And it also becomes a music player. at the same time, you know, while people are now playing music on what we call Web 3, you got Web 2 platform, which is where we started with the dial-up. Then you got Web 2 platform, which is where we're selling things on the internet like Amazon at the beginning. And then now we got Web 3, where we are now developing this platform that allow to do 3D animations. And we are also able to create this metaverse. And that's where we are creating this MaxD software. We had decided to brand it HandyMax because there was a partnership joint as well with our African joint company, which is HandyMotor in Africa. So it was going to be the HandyMax app, which you then listen to and so forth. And that is only waiting for funding from Harvey Vitri. He's a billionaire worth $30 billion. From California, he owns a company called K-Brand, which has sponsored many big celebrities to become billionaires as well. So he is the right man to help us and push up, because he owns 90% of MaxD as well. And that is where we were thinking on that. So we're just waiting for him to do the funding for that. And once that is done, that is good for us. But in the meantime, we are also waiting to then start to think about, if that doesn't happen, where do we go? We got our own ideas that we were creating. And that these are the second two ideas. The blockchain that Africa needs, and a new asset that Africa needs. And we have also the metaverse application of FaceGeo that will also enunciate as we go along.
So let me ask a question here. Let's just call this Project X.
Okay.
The way you see it, is Project X a combined effort between the development teams in India and you, Devine Mafa, and whoever else wants to be an investor, or is it an outsourced product whose development is going to occur in India, and then when it's ready for big time or for production or for release, it's going to be released on the open market, and then Devine, you decide or you design who are the people who will be running it. So I understand ownership of development and maturity model for it. I don't know who, any one of you can answer that.
Devine, please.
Well, maybe I don't understand the question clear, but what I'm understanding is maybe you can come again so I can have it. I don't understand the question clearly.
No, as you answer Devine as well. Sorry, Dr. Chatonda.
Okay.
Perhaps, yeah, to add on to what the doc has said, Devine, I also have a similar issue. Who owns this? Because I hear you have already mentioned about funding being available from somebody. So is this a project which we should be discussing now, or this is the train has already left the station and this project is in a certain phase of its implementation?
Okay, the MaxD project, to me, has left the train.
Yeah.
But we are still in discussion with Harvey, and he wants to meet the developers next week. He wants to talk to them so that he is sure that this can happen, because he has already funded this project before through Greg Halpin, but Greg Halpin spent the money, he spent the money on coke, sorry to say that, and the money is gone. Harvey gave him over $120,000 to fund the project, and the project wasn't done. He built a dummy site and he never did anything. He just didn't do it. And so Harvey is very skeptical about keeping to keep on funding, but he has not dealt with me before. He's not dealt with Saibang. So he wants to meet Saibang and he wants to make an assessment if this is still a go. He knows it can be done. He has no doubt about that. But he just want to make sure these developers, when he meets them, he talks to them, because he's still a significant big investor of Max D. And it really doesn't affect us. It really doesn't, but it's always great to have his association, because he's a great man, he's a good person, and he's very generous, and he's very kind, and he's willing to, he's 86 and he's always looking to stay stimulated. So once he meets the developers, depending on how they will present, he will fund it, guaranteed. But if he doesn't feel that there is enough substance, he is not going to fund it. So it will be great for him to do it, because it will give us liquidity, and it will give us—
Divine.
Right.
The rule of thumb here is not whether the developers can show their ability to produce.
Right.
The rule of thumb is whether your business model makes any sense at all. So without going into too much depth, you mentioned NFTs and metaverse, and let's say those are the products that you are developers will develop anything. I mean, I have faith in technology.
Right.
So, but the thing is, what is the value of NFT? NFT's value is really a glorified fad. People think that it's valuable, so it will be valuable because that's what they think. Just like baseball cards. Now, the advantage of NFTs from a technological perspective, or even metaverse, is that an NFT will have all the properties of ownership when created, who created, who is the owner, who is the original owner. So the owner can say, I have this painting, or I have this song, and I'm only releasing 11. And these 11 songs I'm selling at $2 each. Now, if it happens to be a hit song, people will say, oh, I need that song. Someone will say, okay, I have that song, but I'm gonna sell it to you for $20.
Yes.
Because they know that it's now a valuable thing. Now, but in my marketing 101, will things like obtaining songs on a streaming or on a radio and things like that, will they have dissipated or gone away? That's the thing. You know, what are those existing seminal or old-fashioned technologies that are still competing with you? Then the other thing is, if you are talking, I mean, if you keep leaning on your political asset of wanting to bring wealth to Africa and India, the problem is that is a person who really wants to be rich in Africa going to wait and say, oh, well, I'm going to go on Devine and Dr. Chatonda's network because I don't want to go on Bitcoin because it's not ours. I mean, those kind of things are almost irrelevant. You have to come, you might know what you're doing politically, but you have to come up with a business idea. Now, having said that, Max D's project serves as a very good model of what the developers are capable of doing. Now, and I even from what you said before, I can understand where that platform can be developed and even be super fast. I mean, all you have to do also is to talk to Elon Musk and start using his LAN-X internet covering the whole world and stuff like so. Technology-wise, we're in good shape. I don't think, what I don't hear is a convincing business model here. I really am struggling with that one.
Yeah, you do make sense. The business model has been proven. Currently, there is a projection that many artists are making so much money. The first NFT was done by one of the rap stars who had been fired from a record label, and he was able to sell almost $10 million in one day of download.
No, Divine.
NFTs.
Divine.
Actually,
That's not a technology issue. He can take his music to OpenSea or whatever NFT platform is, or Devine Mafa platform is. If his product is conceived, or what we call the perception of the customer is that it is good, it will do well if it's marketed well. So that's not an issue. The issue is your platform. What is its business model? What are the drivers that you have?
Sir, we will share with you a document. We just prepared that document with the help of Devine and Colonel Inderjeet. We will share with you that model, how we are going to develop that kind of the platform, and what kind of the facilities phase by phase we are going to provide on that platform, because we are not only selling the on that platform the music. We are going to sell the videos, we are going to sell faces, a lot of things we are going to implement on that platform, and how the platform will run each and everything we have drafted. We will share with you that document with the help of Devine. I will share with you the detailed document after this meeting, right? And then I think Chitanda can understand how we are going to develop this platform, and what is the actual business model for this platform. Yeah, I think that will give you more clarity on this project actually.
Okay, so is there anything in the technology platform that is value added to any product, be it music or a picture, any other NFT, that you say our platform will render or will present this product better than XYZ platform?
Actually, before this, so many companies like Spotify in India and all over the world is just struggling with this kind of the platform. They never developed this kind of the platform. If we will develop this kind of the platform, that would be our first development platform in this world, actually, in this globe. That is the whole point, because we will be unique, right, on this platform. And if I talk about the OTT platforms, right, then we are going to cover in our platform the OTT platforms also.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No,
it's a great platform actually. We are just going to develop.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Let's say Devine's business idea or business proposal falls short. Do you have any path forward with the platform?
Sorry, I did not get.
I mean, is your platform unique to this project, or it's a platform that can actually be used for several other projects?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So to that extent,
that things. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. That things we will do actually phase wise, because we have to develop first phase. In first phase, like we will launch our MP3 music, right? The gel injection. And next phase we are going to develop another thing. Third phase wise we will run our platform, and during that development we will get some earning from the platform actually. That will help to develop actually enhance our product, right? In this way we are thinking to develop this platform actually.
Okay. So I guess that's oops, I lost my picture here. Can you guys see me?
We can see you with the with the girl.
No, I lost my picture. I don't know what
We
happened.
see a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so let's do this then. What I hear is like there are two. I don't want to call it two platforms, but the same platform you can actually prepare it for the max to complete the Max D project if it's going to be completed, and also you can do the Devine Mafa Dream Binance King project. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
BinanceKing.com is actually different project, I think. That is different thing, and the MaxD is different actually. In the MaxD, we are just going to build, like to share the as right now Devine just explained each and everything from the MaxD. And in the Binance King, we are going to develop a parallel project of the blockchain actually. We are going to develop a parallel technology actually with the help of vision of Devine, me and our team and you guys. We are going to develop best actually rather than Bitcoin or blockchain.
So these are totally two different projects.
Yes, that are totally two different projects. I think you just missed up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. From a development perspective, are there any synergies? Are you using any platform in common for those projects?
No. We are not going to use a common platform for that.
Okay.
Both are the different things actually. Both are the different things. If we are going to talk about the Binance King, that is different thing. And if I talk about the blockchain, then that is different thing. Yes, in future, if we will feel, then we can connect with Binance King to MaxD or XYZ project, right?
Now,
that is our plan actually.
So let me see you. What you're thinking is: are you able to think simultaneously the Max D and the Binance, or you want to complete the Max D first and then look at the Binance, or that's irrelevant because you got different teams?
Yeah.
You have different teams, right?
Yes. Because if we have 50 developers for the MaxD and 50 developers for the Binance King, that would be different teams, and the head of the development team would be different. And yes, we are also here to think on it, how we are going to develop this project, and what kind of the actually we say a specification
So,
into that project. Yes.
do you have enough business specifications at the moment for both projects to develop enough detailed technical specification for?
Yes, we have. Actually, we are not going to share with you with Devine actually, because Devine is very linear guy. He have no idea how the people are just going to cheat him, right? That's why we just gave him a very brief document. That's why he was not able to share. But right now, if Devine will allow us, then definitely we will shoot you an email. That would be detailed document, what kind of the stuff we are going to do into that project.
I don't want to see the dirty gory details. I just want to know if you feel comfortable that you have technical specifications that can be mapped out to
everything,
to business
everything
requirements.
Everything we just draft. Everything we have been drafted.
Okay, now the third question is, So what will it take for you to start work on this?
Sorry, what?
What
Technology?
will,
You're asking about the technology?
no. I'm talking about the finances. What?
Okay, finances. Okay,
Yeah.
actually, you're talking about the funds. How much funds we have need to develop this project, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, if I talk about in the Indian currency, that could be like 5 crore in 5 CR. We were thinking like Devine was saying, we need to develop this project within 3 months, 2 months. According to time, we were thinking we have to like if we are going to deploy like 50 guys, 100 guys, 20 guys, 200 guys, then we were thinking the affordable currency would be like $50 per head per hour, right?
Yeah.
We are going to charge because this is very new technology. We have to hire. If we have to hire like more 100 guys, then we have to pay them more, right? Because we have to complete this project very immediately. We are in rush. We have to, because if we will not catch this idea right now, because this is the right time, right? We have to develop. We have to check. We have to pen testing. We have to check the we have to check the cybersecurity of this project. Each and everything we have to complete. Then we have minimum 200 guys on this project, right? And then we were thinking $50 per hour per man. We are working like 9 hours in a day, then 50 into 9 for per day. That would be our cost for per man, actually, per engineer.
Okay, so in total US dollars, what are we looking at?
It would be it depends, actually. I just told you, sir, because if I talk about we are just going to deploy 200 people on this project, and we have to complete this project in very immediately, like within 3 months or 4 months. Then definitely we have to hire 200 guys for this project. And the main thing is the advertisement we will develop, right? Then we need the advertisement on this project, the testing, proper testing, stress testing, our structure, right? We have need our data structure guys, and we need our servers. Each and everything we have to manage in this project, actually, because this project is unique. This idea is very unique. Never seen this kind of the project in this world before this time, right? That's why we need more more power, actually. Yes.
Well, so since the project is unique, how about if you scale down on the cost and start not that I want to teach you a new method of developing projects, but wouldn't
the idea is unique. Yes, I got the algorithms. If I talk about the algorithms actually the business idea, how we are thinking, what kind of the stuff we are going to make, right? That is called algorithm. Basic thing, algorithm is nothing. This is your brain, actually, how you want to develop. We have Munia sir, he is expert in the banking system, how banking is working. If I talk about the banking, just kick off every client after just 3 or 4 minutes if he is not moving his cursor, right, sir?
Yeah,
that is called algorithm. Just kick them off and just sign out their system, and we have to relog in the mobile application or web application. The same thing we are going to develop. The technology is not barrier for us, only we need the brain. How you guys are thinking, what kind of the business model you are going to implement into it, and our developers will develop in the same way. What you want to develop, we will develop. this is just like as if someone just want to build a house, right? And he will give us an architect, then constructor will develop that kind of the same architect. This is the same thing. There is nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think I'm done with my
Questions.
my questions. The only thing I want to Devine to sort out with you guys is how he's going to treat the Max D issue with the Binance, because there's a little bit of conflict of interest here.
Okay.
So in terms of his time, he's no longer working for Max D, and I'm sure he has figured that out. But also, if I was to look for angel investors, I need to have a clear picture of how this thing will actually be rolled out. But I think it's too early to talk about that. You know, like your developers, how much will they continue to own ownership? Things like maintenance and
BMC, annual maintenance, we have to keep, yes.
Versioning and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And what skin in the game do you guys yourself have in this? Or are you a technology company that totally outsources everything and it belongs to Devine? Or you remain a part owner, just like that smart guy over there did to us, Tata. Tata never gave you everything. So
I got your point. Tata is also very honest guy. But yes, everyone has their business models. Yes.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I like that. I like that other guy with the tallest house in India. What's his name?
Ambani.
The richest. Yeah. Boy, I'm coming to see him.
Great. Definitely come to us also, small guys at our house.
Yeah, he's worth what, $60 billion or something? Hambani, 69?
Maybe, yes. Yeah.
He's rich.
He's 7. Yeah, he's Asia's first man, actually. Richest man.
All from shipping containers.
Yeah.
Well, my brother in Dubai, do you have another question? Because I think we have the same questions.
Yeah.
No, not really. I think the Max D project, in my view, Devine said the trainers left the station. So all I can say is, Devine and team, good luck with that. But yes, if things don't go according to plan, perhaps Dr. Chatonda and I would want to discuss some more.
Great.
Yeah, definitely. And also, maybe you can later on send me your email. And sorry, my brothers in India, I like to come to Bangalore every year, but I'm on my kidneys failed, so I'm on dialysis now. So I don't travel until I get a transplant. But I love traveling more than making money. So I'll definitely see you in India. I lived in Chennai for almost 1 year and 3 months.
Oh.
So
for the treatment?
For the Chennai, for the for AIG and Citigroup.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So in India is I might have some babies in Andaman and Nicobar. So anyway, so no, this has been very helpful. I will of course try to get more and more explanation from Devine.
Okay.
Yeah, and but
Devine can create a group between you, me, and Manias we can discuss and just add on Colonel sir also. He can explain more in the in the perspectives of the actually the cyber security, because he's heading the Indian Army right now, and
Okay.
yes, he's a retired colonel. What we are providing, we are providing the cybersecurity packages to Indian Army or polices of all the states, actually, all the, yes, 29 states. Yeah.
Okay. So that's very good. So which brings me to another question. Devine is not creative. Why mess with Bitcoin and stuff when you can develop security for our country? You know.
We just proposed some ideas to Devine. He's looking into it, actually.
Right. He sent me a document, and then I talked to my uncle, who is now the Secretary of Defense in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Zimbabwe
and
doesn't care.
He doesn't understand it. I talked to him. He doesn't understand it.
Zimbabwe,
and I understand it, but it will take me a while to sort of having to make them understand it already.
No, Devine. Zimbabwe doesn't care about cyber security. There's no cyber. there's no cyber exposure there. I'm talking about here in the United States.
Then you have to start, yes, sir. We are behind you. We would be work as a big backbone of you. You can start your own business.
No, it's not that I can start my own. I actually am very involved with people in. We just want the Chinese and the Russians off our back. Let me put it that way.
Right. Well, you see, who gave the technology to the Indians is that guy there. All the facial recognition, everything that you can scout from the internet. Right?
Yeah.
Divine, how much money do you want from me today? This guy flattery will give you you want my wife or something?
No, I'm saying if you want the Chinese not to have technology, tell this guy not to give them the technology.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The Chinese are good in the hardware. No. Chinese are good in the hardware, actually. If I talk about the IoT, Internet of Things, then they are good. But most of the time we are developing for them the softwares. We are much better than the Chinese, actually. Yes, we are competing with Russia and German. And if I talk about in the software system, software development, then if you can see all the CEO of the big companies are Indian, like Twitter CEO, and if I talk
Intel.
about Google, and if I talk Intel, if I talk about the Apple, Apple, not the Apple, Microsoft, right? Everyone is Indian, actually. They're smart in the. I'm not praising myself, but yes, we are smart in the software development. Yes.
Oh, I know. That's what I used to do, and I wanted to get a CEO job. I used to talk on the phone and say, "Well, I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna everybody," and they're like, "Come." Then when they see me, they say, "Oh, wait a minute. You are not from Mumbai, are you?"
I used to have a girlfriend in Mumbai.
Actually, there is. I mean, it's nothing to do. In my opinion, it's nothing to do with nationality or anything. It's something to do with discipline. And the Chinese and Indians are very, very disciplined. Then again, India starting having software development companies a long time ago. So every kid I meet is like, I'm gonna learn software so I can go to America. So they really have sharp skill. They even leave professions like physicists and medicine to the Gujarati only, because they want to do better.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's true. America is definitely lucky to have India as a partner, and I don't see why, if you guys are good in cybersecurity for defense network, why you can't have an action here. I think you can. But anyway, that's a
Well,
topic for
I
another
hadn't
day.
thought, I think probably my knowledge and scope was a bit limited in terms of cybersecurity, because I remember talking to a gentleman named Kaplan, who is associated with Max D, and he is a big cybersecurity guy.
Yeah.
But I did not see how I could apply because I probably had limited application myself. I just couldn't see how I would apply it except to make a few calls, and then they still didn't understand it. So now that you are in,
think of it this way: cybersecurity is an ongoing problem. It's like a virus, so we need to keep finding the medicine. So if you find people like him who are into the business, it's better to
then
try and
that.
see. Yeah.
I think that now that you are saying it, we need to think big, because Munyaradzi was in cybersecurity with Oracle. He was doing that as well, but more for the banking software. And so Munyaradzi, I hope you hear that document. I'm going to send you his document. You see it. And then maybe we can brainstorm on how we can apply it, because I definitely would admit that I'm definitely limited.
Don't worry about application. You need, like the developers, I would need to know if they are in fact have in their laboratory anything like quantum computing, futuristic cybersecurity platforms that they're experimenting with and stuff like that. So
actually,
tell me about quantum.
Mr. Colonel is in PhD in the cybersecurities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Indeji is a PhD in cybersecurity.
Yeah. He's.
Oh my God.
Yeah. and our company's top 30 blockchain and blockchain influencers. We are counted in under 30 actually in India.
We have everything we need. The issue is, are we going to be able to utilize your services fully? Because definitely my funding is limited. It's clear that whatever we dream of, it can be accomplished. And so, as we say, the Max
just remove politics out of it.
All right.
If it starts sounding like politics, just forget it. It's
all right.
It's not. It's gonna piss off a lot of people.
All right. All right. We would so say we say Harvey definitely is interested when he talks to you. I don't have a doubt that he wants to resuscitate Max D, but I don't know whether if he wants to do it right away, if Greg is still the CEO, excuse me, if Greg is still the CEO, if Greg is no longer the CEO, it depends. But I believe that if there's a compromise met, we'll be able to continue the program. Now, if that doesn't work, if it doesn't plan.
But Devine, if Harvey is interested, the NFT for music production is a relatively new thing.
Right.
It's nothing to do with Max D's software enhancement program of music.
Right.
So why don't you just start a new platform?
I mean, that is wonderful. We can do that too, and that is can be done because we're hoping that the brand of Max D would have helped, because we'd already put it out there in Africa and all that. We're hoping to recruit a lot of
what
musicians.
Brand of Max D? Everybody, please Google Max D and see what comes out. If you say something as a brand, you need good news, not bad news. Right. Are you kidding me?
Well, bad and good it's out there, and people, there are 25,000 investors that believe in it. And I think that
there are a million small name, very popular companies. You can buy the company just for their name and put your plot. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm glad to meet you, and I hope we have further discussion. My brother in Dubai, whenever I go to Zimbabwe through Dubai, don't let me sleep at the airport.
No.
Once you will be in India, we will welcome you, both of you guys, three of you guys.
Oh,
yes.
oh, definitely, definitely.
I would love to meet you, actually.
I just don't like the Indian girls, you know. Every time I went out to the movies, they're like, Bill, you can touch me, but don't touch too far because I'm not allowed to touch a man. I'm like, hey, I'm an American. How am I gonna survive here? And they are so pretty, it hurts. Yeah. So anyways, well, thank you very much. So
then just to sum up a bit on my end, we start to look at fundraising methods that we are creating now. If no one gives us money at all, I have clearly stated that we have the potential to raise up to $10 million in less than 2 weeks. And how do we do that? We launch Binance King or First Geo right now. We'll be able to accomplish those goals. And launching that platform
Devine.
for the purpose of raising funding would require a little bit of capital on the end of my end to fund the developers to create a presentation site only, an informational site that will create a token that will be bought as shares when people have been informed of what we are trying to do, and they will give us authorization to siphon those funds to fund the developers so that they can continue to build up this platform. So whatever we do, we can create a token as a vehicle to raise up to $10 million. But in order to build that informational site, Cybank here will be able to give us a small budget that we can manage to make a presentation site that might not necessarily function at the present time, but would be able to give information to prospective interested investors who would like to see these projects into the fray. And when that happens, we'll be able to have enough money to siphon to develop those projects fully and enough money to take profits and develop them into new projects. Am I correct, Saban? Just sum up on that so that you can give us a quick essay on the needs of the funding for looking at First Geo and Binance King as a prospective method of raising funding for creating the blockchain, because that is the dream. The blockchain for Africa must happen. It has to happen. If we don't do that, we have failed. That must happen.
Are you aware we don't even have one NAS network address server in Africa?
That's understandable, but it doesn't mean we cannot create it. It can be created. We don't need to, it's a decentralized platform.
I think within hardly 1 year, Elon Musk will provide you. Actually, in India is also the problem of the internet. Same issues in India also, in the rural areas, if I talk about. And if I talk about in the Zimbabwe, maybe there would be that sort of that kind of the issue of the internet. But Elon Musk will fix next year maybe, because he just applied for the licenses. It's all about the actually politics, how they are giving him the permissions, right? And when they're going to start his own product in Zimbabwe. Actually, once he will just start that project, then everything would be smooth. Even
Okay.
in the villages, I think if I talk about in the rural areas, all the companies will move. In India also, if I talk about, all the companies will move into the rural areas, because if I talk about myself, we are paying a lot of rents, we are just paying lot of things. We are just it's very expensive in India actually, if I talk about. But once the system will start in India, then definitely everything would be smooth.
Yeah, there was
And
a guy just before I got sick before I retired, but there was a guy I was talking to in India who actually was going to do a concentrated network internet infrastructure in Africa as well. I just can't remember. So that's good news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm ready
So
to
on
talk out.
the funding for the other projects,
what level are you looking
in mind?
at? What level of funding are you looking at?
Saibang, what level of funding are we looking at for creating the tokens for Binance King or First Geo platform for presentation wise only, so that we can raise up to $10 million in 2 weeks? Because we can, honestly. And you guys have seen it. Mr. Chatonda knows it's possible.
Yes. If I talk about the both of the projects, then merely I think only $20,000 must be fine for only the development. After the development, we need the funds for the advertisement and for the Google ads, each and everything. After that, for just starting, $20,000 are enough for us.
20K.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very small amount.
And the return
because,
could be in the millions, because the platform that we are using, it's amazing on how fast things move. They move fast. And if it's well presented, we will be able to recoup the costs.
Yes.
It's a sure pace.
Yes.
I mean, we Mr. Chatonda, can you highlight PooCoin?
Don't get me started.
Today.
Anyway, so for me, Devine, what from a banker's mentality is that, okay, we have this project which raises this money, but who actually controls this money? Where is it? I need to see that, because I mean, I do invest in Bitcoins and in stocks and stuff. I don't care, because my SEC company or SEC department says that we'll look after your interests. So yeah, it's a decentralized platform, but I need to know from if we're gonna develop a platform, now it's ours, where is actually our decentralized control? If the money disappears or if it builds up, who decides how it's divided or how it's kept? You talked about staking somebody's $2 for 15 years, so they find it's $1,000 or $10,000. Who is doing the staking and the tracking, not of the money, but of the money and who owns it?
Yes.
Those are you can't answer that now. So you have to put that in a sort of writing or datagram for me, so that I understand what is going on.
Actually, I think Devine, you have to create a like a bank account, or you can create a wallet for your group, right? Like
Yeah.
then I think in this way you can manage this thing, which Chatonda sir is asking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, those are the things I wanted to see, right?
Yes,
because
yes. Because this is the
now
main concept actually. if we are just raising the funds and after that we are not going to develop the platform, then some people will say, okay, Sabang is the cheater, right? or Devine is the cheater, right? That
Yeah.
would be the main thing, right? We will develop whatever you will say, but the thing
Okay.
is that the question is very actually sensitive. Actually, I will say, yeah. This
Do
would
you
be
do you want?
clear,
Are
yeah.
we? Do you think we need to? It wouldn't be hard to develop a smart wallet, but do we need to develop a decentralized wallet that is separate, or we can use other people's wallet for now, like trust wallet that people will be able to track their funds.
Yes.
One of the things I was talking about is I want to make it simplified so that people are able to use credit cards to purchase anything in the BSC network, right? I mean, we can do that because they'll buy directly a synthetic version rather than buying Binance. So then they will be able to see the money in the wallet, in the computer, whatever the account they use. That's basically the answer there quickly. You can track your money, you can see it grow.
But also be aware that the owners of these wallets, like trust wallets, the path is that in future you'll be able to swap trade right there on the wallet. So be careful what you ask for. So if you are using my wallet and I've developed all the bells and whistles of swapping and moving my money, what do I need you for?
Right. That means we would have to develop our own wallet.
That's what I say.
You just answered that in a very way. I think you were checking our memory to see whether we are going to create some sort of ownership. Thank you for that. That makes sense. Now you have another project, Saibang, a wallet.
Yeah, actually, that would be fine for every company. Actually, every company right now facing this kind of the issue, because every company going to do this kind of the projects and they have no wallet for this thing, right? They have just only one wallet. If someone is just cheater, then he will just vanish all the funds, right? In just a millisecond. Then definitely this kind of the wallet we need, like if I talk about the shared bank account, right? You cannot get any funds from without the consent of the Manua sir and Devine sir, right? Yes, this is the main concern. Actually, we have to develop our own wallet also. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this project would be very prevalent in Dubai also, because one of our client, Smart UAE, a company in the UAE, he just met last week with me. He is also from India actually. He just want to develop a wallet, that kind of the stuff. He's also in banking actually, sir. And yes, sir, he is also banking. He just want to develop that kind of the wallet also, and we are going to develop certificate wallet on blockchain actually. Within 2 months we will launch that product.
Okay.
Yeah, that project also would be first project in the world.
Okay. Sounds very, very interesting. Well, the other thing is, when you have time, Cyber,
okay,
you give me a call. I do have another project I want to ask you about.
Sure.
Nothing to do with money. So
anything for you, sir. Not an issue.
Yeah, I see my brother then in Dubai. I wanna know how I can get money out of his bank account.
He is rich. He's very rich.
There is nothing in my bank account.
Don't believe that.
So, do you mind sharing your details as well? Maybe Devine will give me your details.
Sure.
Like I mentioned in the beginning, I also want to talk to you about something.
Sure.
Yeah,
If you
That's fine.
If you just send me an email, I'll send you my WhatsApp number, my my email and my phone number and my home number. Devine doesn't even have my home number.
I don't. I think I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I think I need it then. Make sure you send it to me too.
Don't give my home number to everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, sir, you are going to be a partner of the Devine. Actually, you have to, because we are going to, because we are going to develop a parallel project of the blockchain, right? Bitcoin.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
one thing I don't understand is I didn't hear any of my bankers discuss the importance of CD deposits and mutual funds in a decentralized platform. That has never been done before. And I don't seem to hear them correlate this information as worthy a Nobel Peace Prize. In my view, I think it is.
Well, it depends what you mean by decentralized. I mean, what do you mean it's never been done before?
What I mean is to create an asset that people can lock their funds and which mimics a CD where anyone in the world at any place, whether they are on the moon, they can come in and be able to participate in that. Normally, you have to be in a hometown banking. You have to walk into a bank in your local community and you say you want to open up a mutual fund or you want to open a CD, and they make you sign 30 pieces of paperwork. And the ability to do that, even if you are in Zimbabwe or Dubai, under the same platform, and be able to have a common ground with people anywhere in the world. That's the decentralized aspect of it. That to make that possible is well changing.
How long ago have you gone to a bank?
You won't be able to do that with Wells Fargo in Zimbabwe because they won't let you sign up unless you're an American to sign up with Wells Fargo or Bank of America.
Well,
and what we are creating here.
I was the commercial CEO for Citibank, right?
Right.
If you have an account with us, we have what we say is called go along with me. If you go to Dubai, all your accounts will be available right there for you. If you go to India, so it's just that you need to be with Citibank, not with any other bank. So I'm sure JP Morgan Chase is the same thing, and the HSBC is the same thing, and Standard Bank. So I mean, it depends what you call.
We are taking away that individuality of saying you have to only be with Citibank, and a person in Zimbabwe can't create an account with Citibank or Bank of America. They are not even qualified or even allowed to. You know, they don't have the ability to, even if they can dream to.
They cannot even trade on Binance.
Yeah, but most of that is not a technological limit. It's a policy and
regulations. Yeah,
requirements. So don't even policy and regulations are gonna come to digital as well. In fact, 2 years from now, you will be paying taxes for your Bitcoin. Did you know that?
That's why we are going ahead of the problem, so that we're gonna implement a tax code.
If I talk about in India, India is also doing that kind of the stuff. Like Chitonda sir is saying we have to pay taxes for the Bitcoin also. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because recently in the parliament bill has been passed.
Yeah. The only saving grace here in the United States is that you you won't be taxed on capital gains until you actually liquidate or sell your assets.
Mm-hmm. And that's a deficit, because if you feel like you're now a millionaire and you bought Tesla stock last year when it was 200 and it's now 1,000, and you have unrealized gains that you don't want to pay taxes on, and you are holding the money down because people have already contributed to that, the stock has grown, and you still not trying to take responsibility for it, there has to be some sort of tax once you are now achieve that status as a millionaire. Say, for example, I buy Shiba Inu today, I'm guaranteed to be a multi-millionaire next year if I buy Shiba Inu today. Guaranteed. If anyone is reading the news and understanding that, they will understand that is 100% reality. So say Shiba Inu is now made me a millionaire, I'm now worth $10 million. And I just keep that money floating without paying any taxes, and I'm holding up the economy. The government is stuck. They can't build roads, they can't do anything. There has to be a way to make you, tax responsible somehow. Someone realized.
I don't know what school of economics you went
to. I know,
that
that's the school of common sense.
No, yeah,
you don't have to only sell it. You know that you already say you're a millionaire, right? But you don't want to.
Don't use
common sense.
Don't use common sense in economics, law, and relationship with a woman.
I just think that unrealized gains taxes must be paid.
Oh, not even a relationship with a woman, yeah?
Especially that. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, it's been really a pleasure meeting you. All we need is it's all about money. So
it's a pleasure.
Once we can figure out the money and let Devine fly 3,000 miles high instead of in space somewhere, we'll be very happy.
Right.
Sure.
Devine, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. We will be.
Thanks, gentlemen.
I think Mr. Saibang has recorded this digital version of our meeting, and just for review, I think he'll send us a copy for everybody to, think over it, and then hopefully we can meet again. I'll be talking to Saibang, and you guys will talk to him as well, if free, and then we meet again to crystallize the direction of where we're going from here. But it's clear we need the money, and I'm ready for them to get started right away.
Right.
If we will not start, then someone will start with their with our own ideas actually.
Yeah.
Because already MetaFace has been launched, and they just raised $10 million.
Yes, $10 million already.
And yesterday morning it was $2 million.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That's our idea.
Everything going fastly. Everything.
Well,
everything is in
the problem we have is that some of us use the old-fashioned project justification investors. By the time they go through the numbers and they calculate ROI and all that, time is past. I mean,
too late.
If they were like, knee jerk, they just say, "Oh yeah, you guys want $100,000? Here's a check for $200,000 just in case you need more."
Yes.
But boy, we are dealing with old-fashioned financiers in a very fast-moving world.
Because we have been talking since July, and looking for money, and everybody keep talking about, so you want some money, so can you tell us? We're gonna start every day to explain from scratch. And in the meantime, the projects, some of them are no longer relevant. We could have, remember how many projects we have that are no longer relevant now because time just moved and there's just so many players now. And if the more weight we could have launched Face Geo, we would have been the first people on the market. Our product would probably be worth $1 billion now, but we waited. And then Facebook announced that they are now starting called Meta. They came after us and they changed their name to Meta. And now everybody's talking metaverse and launching up all this way. And imagine if we're already positioned, stationary, ready to take the market. But nobody believed in us at that time. Nobody understood what we're talking about. And they kept thinking that we are probably lost our minds. you know, and nobody could trust us with the money. You know,
well,
so
Devine, as you know, I live in South Carolina, and we say an idea and a quarter can even buy you a cup of coffee. So you can have all the good ideas you want. You gotta make them work, my friend.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to focus only one or two ideas.
Yeah.
That is the point. Yes. Okay,
So,
sir.
well,
Nice to talk with you. It's my pleasure to meet you guys. Honored, actually.
Thanks,
Honored,
Doc.
sir. Please share your email IDs to Devine or me. I will share with you the meeting video, actually, today's, right? And after that meeting, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we can discuss more projects also. And we can help, how we can help you. We are ready to help you, actually, in any way, right?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I do have a very small project, like I said, that I want to talk to you about.
Okay,
So,
sure.
Okay, Devine.
Okay.
My brother from another mother. I'm really so glad to meet you, man.
Thanks, man. Same here.
All right. All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And I will forward your emails
Bye-bye.
to Saibang. Yes.
And
Okay.
Saibang, before you go, by the way, I'm Muslim, so I have a problem explaining people here that a Sheikh is not a Muslim. Don't kill them. Kill me. They don't understand. They think
Wait, but,
Yeah.
I belongs to a Sikh community, actually, in India.
Yeah.
I'm from Punjab. We wear turban and we keep long beard like as this.
Yeah. So
I've been trying to grow my beard for a long time. Something is not happening. It never wants to grow. It just stops right here.
But I think
You
Sikhs
are
are
gay.
not killing the Muslims, right?
Oh, here they don't like us Muslims at all. We are in trouble.
Where in USA?
Yeah.
What
They're
in
always-
India? What in India? Sikhs are protecting the Muslims, actually.
Yeah,
In India
I
and
know.
in
Well,
Canada.
then you can unite with Pakistan, right?
Yes, we can. Let me complete. Because why we are not uniting? Because we were before this time only the Punjab has been divided during the 1947. If we go
Right.
into the Pakistan, they love us a lot, actually. What our politicians? I don't want to actually comment on the politicians. But only due to the politicians, we are not getting together, actually.
Right. That's all over.
We love a lot. We love a lot, actually, because our fields are in Pakistan right now. We are going to actually to take care of our fields in Pakistan every month, every year, every day. Actually, our farmers are going to like farming. For the farming,
Yeah,
right?
that's the same problem in Africa. We love our women in Ethiopia, but no one will let us unite with Ethiopia.
Because of the politicians, actually, only.
That's true.
The message.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Okay,
well,
guys.
thank you.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Nice to talk with you.
Okay,
Honored.
guys.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Kalema Lenge.
I sent Munyara's email to you just now, and I'll be sending Dr. Chatonda's email in a few minutes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then we get the shizzle going.
Please
Okay,
don't call
but
me.
I'll be talking to you, Sabang.
Don't call me doctor unless you are my student.
All right.
I'm tired of hearing that.
I know it could be tiring, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Take care, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye, Devine. Bye. Take care. Bye, sir. Bye.
Right.
Take care.